because of the fallout between the Obafemi Lesnar situation, this left a problem. The two champions didn't get the King of the Ring as an opponent. So that's left an opening. So although not part of the Night of Champions, just really quickly, I'll talk about this for a second. Because this was the other issue that people had with the King of the Ring tournament. Because Oba won the King of the Ring tournament and yet will not face a champion at SummerSlam. And yet on Monday, this happened. Rollins comes out to interrupt Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out there, I'm assuming to gloat in some way for about being the tribal chief and whatnot, wishing to be acknowledged, this so on the fourth. And Seth Rollins comes out and cuts quite possibly one of my favorite Seth Rollins promos of all time. He did the history lesson bullshit like he usually does, but he kept it to a minimum. And he's keeping it to the story of now. But he said something in that promo that kind of struck me. Because you don't really know how old you are until the young people that were young when you were an adult are now the old people. And you go, uh-oh. I guess by calculation, that means I'm in trouble. Rollins made a very good point. He wants to challenge Reigns for this championship. No bullshit, no matches, just straight challenge. Because Rollins is the one guy Reigns has not beat. He's dominated everybody else. And the one match they had during that big, long-ass title reign that he had, it ended in disqualification because Roman lost his shit and beat him up with a chair and was disqualified. Seth laid down all the facts of all the times that he's fucked over Roman. Makes all the sense in the world. But the one thing he said that stuck out is that there's a young group of guys coming up in the circuit right now that are going to try to do to us what we did to the old guard when we came in. So this is probably the last chance we're going to have at doing this dance. Now, the rumors were that this was supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania this past year. If it wasn't for the multiple injuries that took place across the board, that was supposed to be where this match took place. Now, it's going to happen at SummerSlam. That means one of two things. One, for me, is more heart-wrenching than the other. One, they really ran out of ideas, and they need a marquee matchup, and they went to over-reliable here between Rollins and Reigns, which is a believable aspect. Or two, I don't know which one it is, but somebody's health is not going great. We know Reigns' health situation is well documented, but he's the champion. He's obviously got to be in enough of a good shape to be running as the champ. Rollins, to me, is the wild card of this because we all know there's a litany of injuries that he's had over the course of his career. I don't know which one's catching up to him at the moment, but if I had to throw a dart, I'm going to go with back because we've seen him recently walk around not in the WWE setting, and he has got trouble with mobility. You can see it. He's doing the Mick Foley with the whole. He gets momentum when he walks. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to. You know when you're sitting in the chair, you just go You get out of the chair. He has had what we consider the modern style now. He had in the early 2000s. He's been doing this to his body for a long time, and you can see it manifesting. So when he looked at Roman in his eyes and literally said, this could be it. This could be the last time you and I really get a chance to do this. Like ever again. Which means I feel like if this wasn't last year's WrestleMania match, why couldn't it be this year's WrestleMania match unless somebody's not making it?
We're running out of time.
We're running out of time. So now we're getting into the territory of let me get this shit off now while I still can do it, but I can't
which would be another reason for the postpone. Let them get their match off. You get the blowout over here. We'll revisit this afterwards. So
another reason I think for the blow off with Braun. You know, we did the typical 3 matches. Could be extended probably, but I'm on a window and I'm trying to get in as much as I can kind of vibe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting this sense, and I'm not trying to break any news here. I don't know anything, but I've been watching this a long time, and I see my friends, and I see the people that I've watched since I was a kid, and I've worked with a lot of like the Jim Duggans and the Ricky Steamboats and the Mick Foleys. I've worked with all these people, and I just watch them walk. And it's not easy to walk around when you've done that shit to your body for years. And I see him walk off camera, and he already has a hunch. When he walks, naturally, he walks a little forward like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird look, and it's just from years of damage. So I just wanted to point that out, that because people are like, well, Oba won the tournament. It shouldn't be Rollins. Okay, but it is. Right? Oba has a problem he has to deal with. For the record, Lesnar Oba Hell in a Cell to me is the main event to night one.
Mm.
And if not night one, night two, but until I saw this. Because then I'm like, Rollins Reigns has to be the main event of night two. Especially if it's the last time we're ever going to see the Shield in the ring together in action. That's the main event of night two. So I think we got our main events pretty much set. We'll fill in the blanks from there. But that's going to be SummerSlam in Minneapolis. So that's how that's going to go right there.